Hi, I'm Janet Huppel, and I'm the Director of Accessibility Services for Our Lady of the Lake University. And I'm here today to offer some study tips for your final exams. First of all, y'all, can you believe that we're almost there at the end of the semester? I think it's gone by pretty fast. Um, anyway, what I want to talk about today is self regulated learning because I feel like self regulated learning will help you be more prepared for your finals because you'll study more effectively for what your needs are. So, thinking about the self regulated learning, we have a process of planning, monitoring, and evaluating. And so part of that planning piece is kind of thinking about it, and it can be conscious or unconscious because you might ask yourself, like, what's involved? What do I need to know? What do I know about the topic? What things do I need to get prepared? And then on the also thinking about the emotional part of it, thinking about your own feelings about the topic. Am I interested in it? If I'm not, how can I make it more relevant to myself to make myself focus better? Then the really important part, I feel like at this juncture, is going to be the environment. What kind of environment do I need to have to study the most effective way? So, having an environment where you can concentrate the best and have the least amount of interruptions, that type of thing, is probably going to be the best thing for you. So, kind of try to think about what are some potential distractions that might happen. Like, for example, if you have roommates and you're trying to study in the living room and they might be trying to watch TV or cook in the kitchen, then maybe you want to find a spot where you can study by yourself. Maybe you're going to put your earbuds on, or maybe you're going to go in your room. But you want to find a spot that you will not be distracted, especially if it is something that isn't super exciting to you. The distraction part might come more easily. So, also, how much time will I need to study? Because that's the other thing is you want to block out enough time so that you can go over everything. What I like to suggest is that you would go over everything, like look through whatever you need to know for that topic, for that subject class, and then go back and focus on parts of it. Because looking at it more than one time and really reviewing it is going to help you remember, but also kind of looking at all of the tasks and all the subparts is going to help you because you're going to realize that you already know some of that information pretty well. So it's going to help build your confidence and your feeling of um, the of that you can do it and you can finish it. So as you're looking at monitoring, how am I making good progress? Am I using my time wisely? If I set aside 2 hours, have I used this first hour in a good way? Have I been productive with it? Um, do I might maybe need a break because maybe I am not comfortable, maybe I'm hungry, maybe there's some other thing that is causing me a problem. As you're thinking about your studying and reflecting on your thinking about the studying and about your concentration, kind of be thinking about what's the most important information that you need to know? How is the best way for you to know that? Um, if you know that you're a visual person, for example, if you know that you respond well to visuals, then you might want to make yourself some visuals when you're studying. You might want to make yourself some flashcards, or you might want to think about using a mnemonic, or which you know what a mnemonic is. It's where you make kind of a you take words from each of the key things and make it into a word. Like, for example, if you play the piano, you might do every good boy does fine because you have kind of a that goes with the keys that you need to remember. Okay, so kind of in that way, you might, or like in math, we have the please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. If you're auditory, meaning that you respond well when things are said to you, or when you listen to them, you might want to think about listening, like recording yourself, saying some of those key things, like if there are vocabulary things that you need to learn or strategies, you might record those and listen to them. The other thing you might want to do is use the audio feature on the textbook and listen to it or read out loud to yourself while if you're reading chapters, those kind of things. Because that, for one thing, if you read out loud to yourself, you're not only seeing it, but you're hearing it too. So you would have two of your sensory skills doing that. If you're a person who is more kinesthetic, meaning that you need to move and you like music and those kind of things, then you might want to do some studying where you can do more movement with it. Like maybe if you're going to use a treadmill, maybe you want to have your papers on the treadmill with you. Maybe you want to, I like to multitask, so I like to write my own flashcards out, even though like some of the textbook things that we have now can make a flashcard. I like to have a flashcard that I write because number one, I'm using my motor skills to write the flashcard, so my motor memory is also involved. But then I also practice the flashcards during other activities. I might be cooking dinner, and then I have the flashcards there, and I'm going through them, or I'm reading through them. I have a little downtime. I go to a meeting. There's a 10-minute break. I'm going to read through those because the repeated exposure is going to help me with that. So, kind of thinking about the things that will help you. And then also think about, I know this is going to sound silly, but think about like snacks and water and things like that that you need. And set a reasonable amount of time to for each one of your study sessions. So if you have 4 classes, each of them is going to need their own time to study. So put that on your calendar and then also be thinking about how you can study for an hour. How long can you pay attention? Let's be realistic. How long do you think you can focus? And are you comfortable? Do you need to sit at a table? Do you need to sit on your bed? What is the best place for you to focus? Um, I know that I read better when I can put the book on the table or on an easel or something rather than just holding it in my lap. So I would want to find a place that's quiet that I could do that. But it's kind of up to you. But I would really suggest that you think about what you know about yourself and try to make the best decision for what your needs are, and then you're going to feel more comfortable with your topic. So I wish you the best, and we'll hope to see you after finals.